Welcome back, guys, to another session here. So it played out as I was expecting. Big push down, lots of momentum, but no progress above 350. And then we saw selling pressure. So the overall idea of closing the long to go short was correct. We made money today through our morning session. It first went against me, I closed it out, and then I went short, and then I also closed that one out, and I launched that through my Discord. So I hope you closed everything out, but you saw that we was trading the DAX. I went long, I got stopped out, I lost 21k, and then took a short and I closed it out for 21,800. I went short again and I opened at 370. I closed at 326, and the market have just been trading down. So you can even close now and you would have made a lot of money. It actually went down from 326 all the way back to 135. So I might consider going for a short again. We just have news. So the employment change came in much better than expected. 155. So that's very good. I'm gonna be quick. Tesla must go down today. No, not really. So 155 new jobs, 1,000 new jobs, and we was expecting 120. We have to be careful. We shouldn't be going against the trend. You could see the market is selling off. I saw these patterns before, and I want to react to them. So I was expecting this actually. $250. Let's see if we're gonna push more, or if the market is gonna sell off. I will consider going in for a short, but I'm just gonna wait a little bit here. The market is very hot. The direction is very clean. We shouldn't be going against the market. Looks like it might kind of come back to 500. It looks like a long, because the news is very great and it's very positive, the news. So we might see a big push. I don't know what to expect really today, if I have to be honest, because Trump is going to speak tonight. So I might consider going for a light short. I'm going to take the DAX short. Could also consider going short on NASDAQ. But if it's going to push, it's going to push, and we have to respect that. I would rather like to take a short around 260 or 275. For me, it's a little risky to taking a short around 250. That was the lows. It could easily push to 400 or even higher. We just saw a push of 160 points. On DAX, we saw a push of 100 points. We do not have to trade today. We have to be very careful when we see a strong reaction like this. We have to be very careful trading against the market, because it's very strong and it could push much higher. It could push another 200 points for real. So we just have to be a little careful here. I might consider going in for a quick short, but let's see. They're just pushing the market. I'm sorry, guys. I know there might be something in there, like I start feeling a little sick and my throat start hurting. Big push again. Let's see if we're gonna break above 350 or if we're gonna get rejected. No really progress, to be honest. I'm not super sure where they're really gonna head this market. Either they're gonna push it above 350. So for me that's a long, else it's just a short. So I could consider going for a short if we do not break above 350. Might go in for a light short here. Let's see. It's very risky. They could push it back to 260 or 270. Let's wait for a push up. So we got rejected. We might see some selling pressure, but they could push the market very easily back to 500. The same with the DAX, they could push it very easily back to 500 or back to 400. We opened today around 500, then we sold off. We've been not showing any progress really, so I still think there's room for it to pump. We just have to be very careful here. Let's see if we're gonna come below 300. Push here, push there. I like to go in for maybe a quick long here, but it's just very risky. The DAX could push back to 275. It could also push back to 350. It could also sell off, so we just have to be very careful here. I'm gonna consider going in for a light long here and then have a stop loss at 300. I'm gonna go in for a light long here on the Nasdaq. I want to see if this could push to another 350. It's very risky. I'll exit this one here for 4,000, 5,100. So just exit at 350. A quick little trade there. Pretty happy with that one. Of going short with no break below 300 and taking it when I saw a confirmation. So I just got around 4,800, 5K on this one here. You can exit your long here if you want. But that was a very good long I just took right there. A quick little scalp with progress above. There is lots of downside. There's also lots of upside here. I would be very careful. It can really sell off. It can also push to 500 or even higher. If you zoom a little bit out on a 4-hour time frame, you can see that it's holding quite strong, that it could push to 500 or even 750. So I would be very careful shorting and going against the market here. You should just really focus on risk management here if you're planning to take a short. For me, it's only a long, and you can see the trend is only pointing up. I might consider going in for a short if we do not see any progress above 75, any progress above 400, but I still think they will push it. I saw many of you just texted me that you went long. You could hold it or you could close it. It's really up to you. You really don't have to follow you don't have to follow me if you don't like the whole setup here. So it's very weird that we see a very strong Nasdaq and DAX is not really pushing. DAX should be pushing when we see a strong Nasdaq like this. I might consider going in for a quick long on DAX because we saw no progress on DAX. But again, we could get rejected at 400 and then sell all the way back. But I'm not taking a long on DAX if I don't see any progress, and right now there's no progress up. So you don't want to go long against the trend. You don't want to trade against the short-term trend, right? Selling pressure here. No progress above 400, but it might come here. If we get progress above 400, it might push. And then we could consider going in for a long on DAX. But again, it's a very risky play and I would not consider taking that one. It's too overbought. It should maybe pump to 460 or maybe 500 and then it can really sell off. So I would be very careful here, if I have to be honest with you. I might consider going in for a quick long again back to 400, but it's just very risky. Like there's a lot of downside. It could easily take you out with 30 points, even 50 points, or even 60 points. So be very careful going long here and hope for something to happen back to 400 because the risk reward is not that great. You should more wait for it to push and then go short. So wait for it to push and then go short. So DAX is oversold in my opinion, and Nasdaq is probably overbought on a short time frame. DAX is not really showing any progress. It might come back to 250 or 300, so I could consider going for a long here. Very tough right now, and we don't want to do something that's not feeling like very great. So yes, Nasdaq is pushing and DAX is also pushing. So we have support at 25, we might have some resistance at 50, or else if we break above 50, we're gonna go to 300. It really depends if Nasdaq is gonna continue. It was weird that we just sold off, but that was just the stop losses that they want to get before they're pushing it. That could be it. It's very clear that they want to push the market to new highs, but let's see. It could get rejected. We saw it before. They pushed the market 50 points from high, so they might try to get it up to 400 or even higher. I'm gonna go in for a light long here. I'm buying it here at 84. It's very risky. I want to see if I could take it to 400 or maybe 410. I'll exit this one here. It's too risky at 94. It's currently trading at 94, as you can see. 94. Too risky for me. Overall, I'm pretty happy with my performance today because I hold that short. I'm not super sure. Again, we shouldn't be trading against the trend. The trend is pointing up right now. There's no progress really below. I might consider going in for a light short here. I'm shorting the DAX here at 42. It's a risky play. Let's see if we can just get 10 points. I'll exit this one here at 35. Currently trading at 38, but it will get to 35. I'm not super sure, like I just exited that one also. I'm not super sure where the market is gonna head. Of course, if you short here, you could make it all the way back to 175. I would probably have a stop loss up here, but again, I just exit, and I know you maybe not catch this one, I just don't want to trade it because the Nasdaq is so strong, and then we might also see a very strong DAX. Not really sure where the market is gonna head. It's very positive, but there's no progress above 400 after 15 minutes, so that could be a weak sign. But why would they not just push it to 500 when they have the option for that? There's great news, everything is great. The economy is hot, employment strength, there's 150,000 new jobs, so why would they not just push it when they can? It makes no logic sense why they would not push it. Could consider shorting DAX, but I think they could push the DAX crazy. They just pushed it right there. The DAX is always a little bit slower, but I have no open positions. The DAX is always very slower. You should exit all your shorts if you're short here. They're pushing the DAX right now, and they could push it 150 points or 200 points. I think they max gonna push it 200 points, so they max gonna push it to 330. But again, if you're holding a short, I wouldn't be doing that. I would stay cash and wait. So they pushed the Nasdaq to 400 again, but no really progress above. It's very risky shorting it here because they can easily push it back. We shouldn't be shorting against the trend. Same over here, but it's kind of like selling off, so it could be good. It could work out, but shorting it here, then you will lose 20 points like very fast. So we could short it. We could short the DAX. I'm okay shorting the DAX because Nasdaq is actually selling off. I'll also exit this one here maybe if I can. Let's exit that one for 2,800. It's very risky. Either they're just gonna push the market. I think I'm done trading today. I made a lot today. It was very good. I think I made 100K or something like that. Like if you want, you can close your short. We enter short there, so you can close your short on DAX. I think I'm not going to trade more because Trump is going to speak, so it's too risky for me. But I still managed to make some very good money on both Nasdaq and DAX. So I'll see you tomorrow morning. We did some good trades here, but let's see what Trump is going to say before we're going to place more